Hello everyone! I am here to show you some journals of which I have made recently. These are small journals. I'll show you this one first. It's like a lap book more than in the way it's designed. Very small though, like a trifold. So I tied it with seam binding. And it has some antique lace here and some applique lace off of an old wedding dress. You open it up and tag right in this doily pocket a copy of an old ledger here, and it opens up this way, so it's there's a trifold there. And I made some clusters in it, magazine pages. This is original ledger, a page out of a plant book. And a book, old book page, magazine pages, tissue paper, my digital. This is an original, another, out of another ledger, an original page. This is a book page out of a floral book that I have, or gardening book. That's my niece's little kitten named Coco Chanel, my niece Renee. And she said I could use her pictures in my journals, which made me happy. Renee is a professional photographer in California, mostly for weddings and different things like that with people. But she does a nice job with the animals, doesn't she? The beautiful blue eyes. This is a tag I made, and this is from I don't know, some kind of embroidered fabric that I had that made into like a floral pocket there for floral arrangements. I didn't put any in there yet. Pocket. Here's another cluster, and this is an original music page. And then another page out of that book, gardening book. The middle is, you can see it here, I don't know which way is which here. That's like a forest by a lake or something, the sun shining through. My own digital there. This is out of another floral book, and old invoices there. Pretty self-explanatory. The other part of the photo from my niece, there's a little, I didn't put any inside there, but it's one side of a bag. And that's some roses from that same book. And there's the other side of the invoice. Pretty self-explanatory, not a lot of embellishment in this, or pockets, so to speak. Here's the bag. Lots of writing space on these big ledger pages. And more of that book page. Here's a tag that I made from napkins, decoupaged napkins, or collaged, however you want to say it. Okay, so that's the first one, and then we have, you open in this, and it's the ledger page, of course, as you can see. Okay, what you do here is open this out to be a trifold, and there's more there's more pages in here. Here's a book page, and this is out of an old yearbook here, part of the ledger, the other ledger that was fragile, so I added aged Scotch tape. More book page here. Then this is the other part of the yearbook page, 1948. And here we have a pocket. This is the tag that I made, and this is a copy of an old postcard with a little doily pocket. This side here, also you can I'll try and move it over. I think you can see all right. The book page, a book page here from a sewing book. Coffee dyed vellum. That's my digital. This is part of the invoice. This is a family photo of part of my grandmother's family when she was a little girl. So it was in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Writing space. This journal does not have a lot of embellishments, nor does it have a lot of pockets. So it's kind of one that is left up to the recipient to add more if they want to or not. All depends what they would like to do. This is a beautiful arrangement in a magazine page. And then here we do have a pocket. That's an old postcard copy. Somewhere in Paris, I think, or France. Old letters and things like that collaged on there. I think I had this tied on there, but we'll do that later. More bit of collaging there. Well, it's a copy of a collage. And more writing space. And this is another original ledger page. The other side of the papers you already saw. And that's the end of that part. So what we do, we go like that. And then it goes like this and closes like that. And I didn't measure it. I think it's like 9 by, it's actually 9 by 7 as you look at it, because it's a little wider than most journals. Okay, so here's the other one. This is just a regular journal tied with some old fabric that's a little bit, I don't know what you call it. It's not satin or anything, but it's a little shimmery, kind of. And then I have one beautiful charm here, type of, I guess you'd call it a bead charm or something. It's very long. And I embellished it with lace, coffee dyed lace on both sides. This is old 1930s fabric. The cover, it's I think I made it from an envelope, white, you know, one of those big white envelopes, and then I covered it with some fabric and then added this on top of the fabric, or kind of a thicker fabric that covers it with this embroidered, it's like a napkin, embroidered napkin. Here's some gauze, what do they call that? It's escaping me, the name. Anyway, cheesecloth. So, and then here is braiding, old braiding, and then the lace down here. Inside, this is from a snippet roll that I made, piece of the snippet roll. This is a little envelope that you can open up. There's just some paper in there. Put what you like in there. And then there's some collaging on the inside cover. You can, oh, I did put a tag inside this space in the envelope that I left open. and that has the old little 1930s fabric on there. And then there's a, this is something I made, a booklet. This is old wallpaper and tags in there. And here we have, let's see, this is a bag. You can put something inside this pocket, and there's a little tuck space there. Vintage buttons, lace, and a straggling string there. You know, just embellished it. There's a little tag inside the envelope there. And original ledger page. An original book page. I think that's my porch prints, but if I'm mistaken, I will put it in the description box. An actual dictionary page. And this is a piano, out of a piano roll, original. And this is a copy of an invoice. Here's some, I imagine it's, I think it's play money that my sister sent me from somewhere. Oops. And that's colorful. So I stuck it in there. I try to add a little bit of whimsy. I guess that's my whimsy in this journal. Some kind of whimsy. There is a double ruffle of lace, two kinds of lace there. There's Graphics Fairy. That's where that one came from. And this is out of an old yearbook, 1948 yearbook. And here's a cabinet card that I made. Another part of the snippet roll. Here's a, well, this is not a, as you can see, it's not a complete flip up. It's a halfway flip up. And so you can write things in there and then go like that. And here's a little hang tag that I made, the charm on it. This is a copy of a collage that I did. The little hang tag here. And the other side is a magazine page. And a little tuck spot there. More invoice. Part of the doily. Another ruffle here. This is very soft, like silk. Well, it is actually silk, made of silk. On a let's see, that's a book page, I think, that it's on. This is out of a recipe book that I have from a long time ago. Typewritten, original typewritten recipe. A nice lined page for writing in. Original music page and book page. And this is another illustrated book page. Thought it was very colorful. And kind of inspired when I do my covers first, and then I'm inspired to put certain colors in because of the cover, and that's what I did here. Here's a copy of cabinet card and a little tag with a rose stamp on it, on a paper on a coffee dyed paper bag. Oh yeah, and then there's that I put in the bag. These are obviously other sides of the first part of the book, of the journal, I mean. Well, it's a book, but anyway. Very pleasant depiction, or a very soft colors for somebody's bedroom there. Here's some a cluster of pearls and very old, very old lace here, antique lace. The other part of the doily, pages that you already saw here. This is a little cluster I made for to go with this page. This is a altered little tag that came from Graphics Fairy. More lace here to go with this lace on her dress or skirt. Writing pages. This will open out here. An original ledger page. The other part of that yearbook. Another bag. I sewed these two bags together before I put them in the journal, of course. Here is a tag that I made. Oh, and I should say I decoupaged, collage decoupage things on here. Some of it is from a napkin. This is a copy from an 1800s old children's book, large book, about children's stories and things. The other side of the piano roll, book page. And this opens out for more writing space there too. This is a kind of a, I don't know, arrangement collage thing I made with a magazine, ruffles, some bias tape there. Here's pocket, copy an old postcard with some old braiding trim. And this is the other part of that magazine page that I folded for a pocket here. And this is the end of the book. I collaged this tag here, old lace, and a yo-yo, and that is it. Now I'll show you the one that my sister made for me. My sister Claudia made for my birthday. That was last month. I'll try and, there's a lot in this. She decorated, I think, all the pages, so I won't go through every single thing that she did, but I'm going to show it to you in a general way, I guess, as much as possible. But she put a lot of work in this, obviously. I don't know if I said, I don't think I said already, I don't think I talked about it, but Claudia used to make, or still does somewhat, she makes scrapbooking, and she was into scrapbooking, and years ago when I started making junk journals, well, it wasn't years ago that I told her about it, but or showed her how to do it, but a few years, maybe 2-3 years she's been doing it. I can't remember the timeline, but it was a natural transition because you can go right into, if you learn how to put the signatures in and make the cover and all that, it's an easy transition. And she just kind of took it from what she did with scrapbooking, and that's kind of her style. Very similar to the scrapbook she made, I think. But not, of course, not exactly, because we know it's not the same. But I think she made the cover from a cereal box and decorated very beautifully. And you know, a lot of collaging. Same with the cover. She put details in there that she knows that I like, along with some old family photos, much like a scrapbook, I would say, in that way. and embellished it with lace, as you can see. No, I do not know where she got her digital, so I won't be able to say that. But this is a magazine page. Those aren't relatives. Yeah, it's very pretty. She put lots of work into it. I know that's a notebook. I mean, a note page. Yeah, little booklet. And there's a belly band with a booklet in there. And lots of pockets, tags. She knows I like tea and roses. This is a photo of my mother when she was about 4, which I didn't have previously, so that's nice. More tea and pocket there. Lots of pretties. The booklet there. I have to close the window because my husband's working outside. There's a flip out. I think that, yeah, there's the middle. I guess it's, oh, it's 3 signatures, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, 3. Very pretty things she put in here. Make it interesting and useful. Lots of things. This is a letter that my father wrote when he was in the Navy. Somehow we got a hold of a typewriter because he usually wrote them to, well, he wrote them to his sister and mother. His father had passed away, but he usually wrote it in his handwriting, of course, and he didn't have the best handwriting, so it's nice to be able to actually see exactly what he said. Oh, and that's a little family photo there. Some photos that my dad took when he was in Europe. More family photos. Another one, my mom and my daughter. My family photo of my niece, I mean of the wedding, of people that went to my niece and her husband's wedding. So it's nice to have, you know, photos in here too. And this is me. Long time ago. Long time ago. People we don't know. Anyway, as you can see, it's very colorful and delightful. And my mom and my granddaughter, my daughter's daughter. Oh, I guess this is a booklet, yeah. Oh, it opens up like that. And a family photo of years ago. My family of origin. She pasted the last baby born, my sister. When this was taken, she hadn't been born yet, so I thought that was cute. My youngest sister. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of these journals. If not, I'm sorry. Oh dear. No, thank you for watching so much. Bye-bye.